Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be finishing up my Starlight headliner 100%. So in this truck, y'all know we've had this cover piece off here since we did the headliner. That video I think actually went live Tuesday. Anyway, I've been meaning to do this. I had some switches here in the shop. They got misplaced, and I also had some fuse holders, so I want to fuse this so it will be fused. That way if we have any issues, we shouldn't have any issues other than a blown fuse. Anyway, so I need to figure out where I want to put the switch. Now, I originally really wanted to put them like right here. That would be ideal. Now, in this truck, this is part of the entire dash. So I don't want to put them here because, you know, if you ever have to take them out, or, you know, you do something different, you take the Starlight out, whatever, then you have a hole here. So I want to put it in something that is replaceable. So I figure what I'm going to do is we're going to put them in this fuse box cover piece. So I got this wire. It's been, you know, just kind of hanging out here. I run it up over the steering wheel, that way it wasn't in my way down here. But what we did is I found a power point right there. You see this little blue piece sticking out there? That is a spade connector. I found that power point. It is battery hot, meaning, you know, keys are out of the ignition. I can come down here and let me grab my remote. But I can come down here and I can stick this wire in there. And again, the key is not in the ignition. So I just put that there, turn the Starlight on, and there you have it. So the reason I wanted to do it like this is because if I go somewhere, you know, sitting in a parking lot, hanging out, whatever, the truck doesn't have to be running or the key on for the Starlight to run. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, with that being said, what I'm going to do is, because over here I have the fuse box and everything, so what I've decided is I want to put the switch on this side. It's all open. This is all open to this seam right here. So what I'm going to do is I want to get a measurement from here over to where this clears out right there, and then the same thing from this seam here down, and get an idea of where we can put our switch where it's not going to hit anything and it'll be out of the way. So that's another big one. So I want it to be out of the way of the steering wheel, and as you can see, this is not really out of the way. Now obviously we're going to shorten this wire up. We just left it long, that way we can run it wherever we need it. Now for our switches, we're also working on the light bar right now, if you're wondering. But these are the little fuse holders. So we got those, and then push button switches. So these are black push button switches, light up red. So this is what I'm going to be using for that. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to hop in here, pull some measurements on that stuff, and see where it is we can put that the switches. I got two switches here because I want to do one for the Starlight, and then we will have one in there for rock lights. I'll probably go ahead and install the switch for the rock lights, but obviously we don't have anything to hook up to it. But the switch will be there, it'll be drilled, ready to go. That way all we got to do is just hook up our rock lights and we'll be ready. But first, I'm going to finish up this light bar. Y'all probably have already seen this video. And funny enough, those fuse holders actually came from Starlight, same place that made this super cool light bar. But anyway, guys, I'm going to finish up on this light bar install. Go ahead and get it taken care of, and then we will move inside, start getting our measurements, and getting these switches mounted. Alright, so I have our cover piece here, laid some tape on it, that way I can mark, and everything without marking on the plastic itself. But what it's looking like in the truck is anything past 2 inches will be clear. And probably down in here, probably really about 1 inch. So up here, it's looking like about 1 inch. After 1 inch will be clear. So I'm gonna pull a few more measurements before we drill into this. So like I said, I'm gonna pull a few more measurements. Ideally, I would like for the switches to be like here and here, something like that. But I will, like I said, I'm gonna pull some more measurements and we'll figure out exactly where. Because I don't want it to be too far under the steering wheel, and I don't want it to be too close to the floor where it's difficult to reach. So anyway, I'm gonna hop in here, get a couple more measurements, and we will see where we need to be at. Alright guys, so what I did is we put this back in the truck in there, and I set how I normally sit, and kind of reach forward and feel where I wanted them to be, no lower than, and this is kind of where we come up with. So what I did is took a framing square right there and marked them, that way they were in line with each other. And we didn't have a drill bit big enough, so what we did, took a smaller drill bit, started it. What it is, I marked a line with that square, that way it would be, again, they would be in line with each other. And then took small drill bit, did a pilot, and then come in with a step bit, just a little at a time, and now they fit nice right in there. So you got to be careful of these because there's not much shoulder on these switches, but they fit, both of them fit real nice in there. So we can go ahead, get those secured. I'm gonna run over here and grab this other one. We'll get both of those in, and I will show y'all what they look like in here before we put this in the truck. Also, other thing, went ahead, come in there with just a box cutter, trim that ridge off, that way we have plenty of room for the nut on the back of these switches. So here's a little guy here. Again, I wanted to make sure we had plenty of room in there, so I'm going to go ahead, fit both of these switches in here, and again, I will show y'all what they look like before it goes back in the truck. Alrighty, so there we have it. We've got both of these mounted. Now, if we look, we got that one a little over. I'll loosen it up, move it. But if we look under here, I want to mention one more thing real quick. So, be mindful, because on your pigtails, if you get them with pigtails, just about every kind of pigtail will have a release. So make sure that your release, you can get to it, because if it was in here between them, you couldn't get to it. So what I did is I put the releases to the inside. That way, for one, you got plenty of room on there, like so, on both of them, and you can get in here and unplug it with no issue. So I wanted to mention that, but I am going to move this one, like I said, because it kind of pulled through a little bit, and I want to take care of that before we put this into the truck. If you get these switches, I got these on Amazon, for anybody wondering. Here is the info on them. So these are 16 mil switches, and on these the nut fits a 3/4. So you take that in there, just spin that off, and you're good to go. So I'm gonna move this one, like I said, and get that fixed up, and we will go ahead and put this in the truck and start wiring. Alright guys, so we got everything wired. Now this yellow wire here doesn't go anywhere, we figured out, but if we look over here, hit that, light comes on, and we have our Starlight. So that's good to go. Got everything tied up. We left plenty here. That way, if we need to drop this, we can drop it and it's out of the way without unplugging that, or we have plenty to unplug it. So, gotta fix a fuse in here real quick for the low beam headlight over there. We'll fix that up, and then I'll put this all back together and I will show y'all what we're looking like. Alright guys, so we got everything buttoned up, all back together. We got that headlight fuse over there taken care of, so it's good to go. And my radio's acting up. I don't know why, but it will not turn down. It raises itself right back up. Thing about scared the bejesus out of me the other day. So I don't understand what its deal is. Anyway, enough of that. We got the switches all finished up right there, and we're good to go. So come down here, hit the switch, red light comes on, and we have our stars, and then from there, we can green, blue, white, red, all the functions, and then we can turn it off from here and turn it back on from here, but have a master cutoff, which is what I wanted. That way if something happens with the remote, you lose it, the battery dies, what have you, you can still turn the thing off, and then it's fused. That way, if something, God forbid, shorts out, then it just blows the fuse. So we should be covered all the way around. And then also, if you're gonna leave the truck sitting for any amount of time, you can also just cut the switch off, kill the power, and you don't have to worry about any parasitic draw draining your batteries. I know on this truck it would probably take a long time for that to drain the batteries, but you never know in today's day and age with electronics and how things work and everything else. So it's nice to just have a master cutoff, and then also if we ever have any big problems, and or I don't want somebody messing with it, if they borrow the truck and whatever else, I can just go down here, pull the fuse, don't gotta worry about it. So it's just nice for security, peace of mind, I guess you could call it. But again, come down here, hit the button, light comes on, and they're nice and subtle. Look, they're nice and subtle like that. Inside, you can't really notice them unless you're looking for them, and obviously if the light's on, but it is nice to have. So anyway, I have the other pigtail for the other switch. We didn't hook it up. There's no reason to hook it up. We'll do that when we do rock lights. But I went ahead and put that pigtail in here. So it's in here when and wherever we need it. So anyway guys, I think that's going to be a wrap for this video. I need to figure out what's up with this radio real quick, and we will end out today's video, because that is going to scare the bejesus out of me one day when I get in here not paying attention, turn the radio on, and it blares music. So I'm going to see what I can figure out about this, and then we will end out today's video there. Alright, so we're good to go. Went ahead, come in here, did a factory reset on the thing. reset everything, and then come back and, you know, set everything. And, well, we're good to go. So, guys, I reckon that is going to be a wrap for this video. For one, we got this finished up, and two, my camera battery's at 1%, so I'm gonna make this quick. But I figured I'd hop out of here and I will show y'all what we're looking like with our switch set up, so you get a little better idea there. Now, they're out of the way. They're flush mount switches, so you know, you ain't got to worry about hitting them with your leg or anything like that. And I like them. So, one issue that I had before with the white truck with switches is like shining you in the face. You don't have to worry about with these, just shining downwards. So we're good to go. And then we got our light bar switch here. I put it there, that way it kind of blends in. But anyway, guys, I think that is going to be a wrap for today's video. So with that being said, if y'all enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.